What if I told you that one of the most brutal, hilarious, and controversial superhero movies didn't come from Marvel or DC? What if I told you the hero doesn't have powers, training, or even a good plan, but still dives headfirst into danger? Ever wondered what happens when an ordinary teenager decides to become a superhero with nothing but a costume and a dream? Well, ask he, kick ass? Answers that question with blood, laughter, and a whole lot of chaos. Released in 2010 and directed by Matthew Vaughn, Kick-Ass isn't your typical superhero movie. It's based on the comic book by Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. But unlike other stories, this one isn't about saving the world, it's about surviving it. In today's video, you'll discover what really makes Kick-Ass stand out from every other superhero film, the shocking truths behind the characters, and how a young girl stole the entire movie, and a few lesser-known facts that even hardcore fans might have missed. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the full story, but also why Kick-Ass became a cult classic, and how it changed the superhero genre forever. So if you're ready for a wild, funny, and sometimes disturbing ride, stick with us till the end. Welcome to Movies Review, where we break down your favorite films in simple words, with fresh insights and a touch of drama. If you're into awesome movies, smart reviews, and stories that stay with you, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Let's dive into the world of Kick-Ass, where being a hero doesn't come with superpowers, it comes with pain. Dave Lizewski is your typical high school teenager. He's socially awkward, doesn't have many friends, and is obsessed with comic books. His life is normal, even a bit dull. But like many of us, he wonders, why can't superheroes be real? And what if he could become one? This thought turns into his ultimate obsession, and soon enough, Dave makes a life-altering decision. With no superpowers, no combat training, and no real plan, he dons a green wetsuit and creates the alter ego, Kick-Ass. This idea seems ridiculous at first. After all, how could a regular guy like Dave possibly survive in the world of vigilantes and organized crime? The film presents Dave as an ordinary teenager stepping into an extraordinary world, and it's his very lack of experience that makes him so relatable and makes his journey so intriguing. He's not just fighting crime, he's testing the limits of his own courage. Unfortunately, his first real encounter with crime fighting is a disaster, but that doesn't stop him. Kick-Ass is born, and Dave's ordinary life is about to be turned upside down in ways he never imagined. From the moment Dave dons the Kick-Ass costume, his attempts at becoming a superhero go hilariously wrong. His first mission? To stop a mugger. But Dave is unprepared and gets his face smashed in by the criminal. This failure highlights a key theme of the movie. Being a hero isn't just about wearing a cool costume or having good intentions. It requires training, mental toughness, and sometimes a little bit of luck. But Dave's determination is what keeps him going. Each of his attempts is marked by failure and pain, making it clear that being a vigilante isn't as glamorous as comic books make it out to be. After a particularly brutal beating, Dave is left in the hospital, barely alive but more resolute than ever. The dark humor of Kick-Ass shines here, as the film doesn't just glorify heroism, it shows its costs. Dave's journey isn't about gaining powers or becoming invincible, it's about surviving the brutal reality of vigilantism. This makes Dave relatable in a way that other larger-than-life superheroes often aren't. His setbacks show that sometimes being a hero means failing over and over again, but still getting up. While Kick-Ass may have started as an anonymous vigilante, everything changes when a bystander captures his crime-fighting failure on camera. The footage, which shows Dave getting beaten to a pulp, goes viral. To his surprise, people start seeing him as an icon. It's not because of his success as a hero, but because his bravery resonates with people who wish they could make a difference in their own lives. The viral video is a turning point in the film, not just for Dave, but for the entire narrative. It highlights how media can turn anyone, no matter how ordinary, into an overnight sensation. This moment pushes Dave further into the limelight, leading to an influx of fans and followers who are inspired by his willingness to fight for what's right, even without the skills to back it up. Ironically, his failure turns into his greatest success. Dave becomes an internet superhero, a symbol of courage in the face of adversity. While Dave is gaining internet fame, he encounters two real superheroes who are nothing like him. Big Daddy, a former cop turned vigilante, and his daughter Hit Girl, a young assassin with lethal combat skills, are on a personal mission to bring down Frank D'Amico, a ruthless mob boss. Unlike Dave, Big Daddy and Hit Girl are trained, prepared, and deadly. Hit Girl is a character that challenges every conventional notion of childhood innocence. At just 11 years old, she's more dangerous than any adult criminal. Her brutal, no-nonsense approach to fighting crime is in stark contrast to Dave's bumbling efforts. Yet, as the story unfolds, Dave and the duo form an unexpected partnership. While Big Daddy teaches Dave about the real stakes of being a hero, Hit Girl's raw talent and unwavering focus show him what it truly means to stand up against evil. The contrast between Dave and these seasoned vigilantes emphasizes a central theme: the harsh reality of crime fighting. While Kick-Ass is learning the ropes, Big Daddy and Hit Girl have already suffered losses, endured pain, and are willing to do whatever it takes to stop the criminal empire of Frank D'Amico. These characters represent the complexity of vigilantism. There's no easy way to fight crime, and the deeper you get, the more dangerous it becomes. At his core, Dave Lizewski is an average teenage boy looking for purpose. His transformation into Kick-Ass is more than just about putting on a mask, it's about discovering his inner strength. Unlike traditional superheroes, Dave doesn't have any extraordinary abilities or a tragic origin story that drives him. He's simply a regular kid who wants to make a difference. His journey is an exploration of the consequences of vigilantism without proper preparation or experience. But Dave's mistakes are what make him human. His awkwardness, his doubts, and his vulnerability are what separate him from the typical chosen one hero. His lack of training leads to countless failures, but it's also what makes him so relatable. He reminds us that we all have the potential to do great things, even if we're not perfect. Kick-Ass explores how heroism isn't defined by success, but by the willingness to keep fighting, no matter the odds. Hit Girl is, without a doubt, one of the most memorable characters in Kick-Ass. At just 11 years old, Mindy McCready is a highly skilled assassin, trained by her father to be a weapon. She challenges everything we know about childhood innocence and heroism. While Dave is learning to fight, Mindy is already a seasoned pro. Her character pushes boundaries, making viewers question what it means to be a child and what it means to be a hero. But Mindy is not just a ruthless killer, she's also a product of her environment. Her relationship with her father, Big Daddy, is one of the film's most complex emotional elements. Despite her violent nature, Mindy is still a child at heart. Her brutal methods of fighting are a direct reflection of her tragic upbringing, and her interactions with Dave reveal the emotional weight of her character. She's a reminder that being a hero isn't always black and white. Sometimes it's a messy, painful process. Big Daddy, portrayed by Nicolas Cage, is a former cop who has turned vigilante to exact revenge on Frank D'Amico for the murder of his wife. His methods are extreme, and his moral compass is often questionable, but his devotion to his daughter, Mindy, adds a human element to his character. Big Daddy is a man willing to sacrifice everything, even his own life, to take down D'Amico. His character raises important ethical questions. Is it right to take justice into your own hands? And what does it mean to raise a child to be a killer? Big Daddy's relationship with Mindy is central to the story. and his decision to train her to fight is a reminder that the path to becoming a hero is not always the right one. His sacrifices, while extreme, are driven by love and a desire for justice. As we've seen, Kick-Ass isn't your typical superhero movie. It defies expectations, blending dark humor with intense action and offering a bold commentary on heroism. The film stands out by focusing on ordinary individuals, people who aren't superpowered but still dare to make a difference. It challenges the very essence of superhero tropes, showing that heroism isn't always glamorous or easy. In fact, it can be downright messy and painful, but that's what makes it so compelling. With memorable characters like Dave Lizewski, Hit Girl, and Big Daddy, Kick-Ass takes a fresh and sometimes uncomfortable look at what it means to be a hero in the real world. The film's unique blend of violence, satire, and heart ensures it will always be a standout in the superhero genre. If you're a fan of dark humor, unconventional characters, and a gritty take on the superhero narrative, Kick-Ass is definitely a must-watch. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those who appreciate a bold, satirical spin on the typical hero's journey, this movie will leave a lasting impression. It's the perfect film for those who want to see a different side of what it means to be a hero in a world that isn't always as black and white as comic books make it seem. Now, I'd love to hear what you think. What are your thoughts on Kick-Ass? Do you agree with the film's bold approach to heroism, or do you think it goes too far? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to hear your opinions. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Movies Review, for more insightful movie breakdowns and honest reviews. We've got plenty more reviews coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.